Chris Hardwick, hi.
Hi, Noah. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing great. Oh my gosh, we both sound so jolly. Look at us, the energy of it all. Woo! We're here
I
to
can't.
celebrate
I
Red
can't see
Nose Day.
anything. I can't. I can't actually see you.
I know I can't see you either, Chris. This is like a satellite interview that we're doing right here. Even though you're on the virtual, but we're just gonna imagine what we both look like today. Just look how
Okay.
nice you look, Chris. Yo, yeah. so, um,
Well, thank you for having me
anyway,
on.
yes, thank you so much for joining us here at iHollywood TV to chat about Red Nose Day. Red Nose Day is so special to me. I have partnered with Walgreens in the past. I have did a flash mob for Red Nose Day. I've raised over $16,000 with my community
Oh,
in
that's
Augusta,
amazing.
Georgia, in the Georgia area. Yes, it's something so special to me because it's so easy. Everyone can get involved. Kids, families, grandparents, the elderly. It's so simple and so easy, and it's coming back with a live special edition, which is something you're here to talk about. NBC's The Wall. You're doing a very special Red Nose Day edition of that show. Kind of talk to us a little bit more about that and all the little features that are going to be added in this special episode of The Wall.
So we used to do a big live Red Nose Day event every year. It was shot at 30 Rock outside in New York. Crowds of
Yeah.
people, bands, comedy sketches, a big stage. Obviously, we weren't able to do that this year, but we were able to devote an episode of The Wall to Red Nose Day. It is still a regular episode of The Wall in the sense that there's a couple who comes on. They do a lot of amazing charity work in their own town of Dallas. But we've added this layer of red nose as well. So there's a celebrity guest who comes on. I play the wall a little bit. We share stories. We give information about Red Nose Day and why it's important. And we let people know that they can go to rednoseday.org, even right now, to donate whatever they can and then get their digital red nose. Obviously, because you're familiar with it, you know that you used to be able to get the actual physical red noses in Walgreens, but I believe
Right.
they didn't do that this year because of the pandemic, but you can get a digital red nose at rednoseday.org. So it's just such an amazing. I'm so happy that we were actually able to still do something, in lieu of doing this big live show that we used to do.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Because I know that I was recently at Walgreens because I'm a photo freak, so I was picking up photos in the photo center, and I was looking for Red Nose Day gear because Walgreens is always a store that provides the noses. You can get like gears such as like coffee mugs or Red Nose Day bracelets.
Right.
Thankfully, I will say, Chris, Walgreens did provide bracelets this year, which I'm wearing right
Oh,
now for
good,
this interview, and you can
good.
get
Yeah,
them
they've done
for a
amazing
dollar. You
work.
get Yeah, absolutely. And just purchasing like bracelets to wear you guys for a dollar, it helps a child, a family in need that's living in poverty. So the funds raised on the wall, and of course this spectacular programming lined up on NBC is going to help end child poverty. It's more critical than ever, especially with the COVID-19 pandemic that you just discussed, Chris. So how has this pandemic really affected a lot of the families living in poverty?
Well, obviously parents are out of work. Kids, their entire educational structures were turned upside down. And so the amazing thing about Red Nose, and I'm sure you probably know this, but for anyone who's watching, the organization works with a variety of children's charities. So Red Nose Day says, where do kids need the most help right now? What can we do? So again, that's ending poverty, that's making sure kids have access to adequate health care, that's making sure that they're fed, housed, that they're safe. So it really is just identifying any way that kids need help. Obviously this last year was the most challenging year. And so again, Red Nose will be saying, what can we do to ensure that we can help get kids back on track, back into their education tracks, making sure that they still have access to their health care, and just making sure not only that they're okay, but that they thrive.
Well, Chris Hardwick, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us about Red Nose Day. Be sure to catch this very special edition of The Wall. It's airing Thursday, May the 27th on Red Nose Day at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time Pacific on NBC. Chris, take care and have a great rest of your day.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate your support.